kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
We're a couple of miles from the Colorado State Capitol building. It's Empower Field. Thanks for having us in to kick off a new year. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, you lived this as a player. It's so exciting for us as fans, but now after that long off season to get your body ready and your team ready and your game ready, finally show everybody what it's all about. Week 1 of the season has arrived.
Yeah, and at this stage in the process, Mike, you're exactly right. All you want is for this ball to be kicked off. You're tired of practicing. You're tired of the off-season workouts. You're tired of the preparation for what feels like an entire year to play one game. And now you lace them up, you strap the helmets on, and it kicks off what should be another exciting NFL football season.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Man in motion is Smith. And he's going to be hit and dropped behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this ball. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And this ball batted away and incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. Now a stoppage for an injured player, and it's Saquon Barkley who appears to be shaken up. Not what you want to see. Quarter 1 of week 1. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run with the Clemson product. This is Will Shipley. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
On 2nd down, Hurts. That's over the middle and caught by Smith. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
These are the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
A 1st down throw for Hurts. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Hurts going to hand this one to Shipley. And a good run there on 2nd down. A pickup 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. Another carry here for Shipley.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
Hey, 73.
They'll try to run. And he's going to have the Eagles' 1st down. They picked it up rather easily. A gain of 9 on 4th and 2.
63.
Here's a run. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Will Shipley. Touchdown, Eagles. Jake Elliott now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Eagles have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Johnson now to return. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Denver offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led by the man from Oregon who started his career at Auburn, quarterback Bo Nix.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. It's going to be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
A first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Play action now. It's Nix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Nix from the gun on third down. And this ball incomplete on third down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line. So a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Shipley. And they will finally get him down, but not before he's able to take this up near the 40-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
On first down, it's Hurts. Looking right side, he's got a receiver. It's Smith. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll give it here to Shipley. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now Hurts. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Now Hurts. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's going to be caught. And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down. They wind up with a gain of 11 on 4th down. To the air again. Hurts. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up third down. Once again, they'll give it to Shipley. And he's going to have an Eagles first down by about 3 yards or so. They wind up getting 7, facing 3rd and 4. Here's Hurts. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So, first quarter. They'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing 3rd and 6. A carry here for Shipley. He's going nowhere. That call, not the right one. It's going to bring up 4th down.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Johnson now to return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Nix to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Marvin Mims.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he'll take this up, working towards the first down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of the first down. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. A tight end in motion now. They'll try to run for it with Williams. A gain there of 11. Good for a Denver first down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll go with Williams. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. But some success here early on the ground will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Nix, now to throw it here on first down. That's caught on the right side by Sutton. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down. Here comes the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Great job by the defense seeing this jet sweep unfold. They're able to get right to the point of contact and take this guy down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Back to throw is Nix. He'll get that to Javonte Williams. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch and they can't get out in front. I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
His kick is good. And the Broncos are on the board. It's now 10-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
On the return, here is Ainias Smith. Now an opening past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. Here's 1st and 10. Man in motion is Smith. On 1st down, here's Shipley. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
If you have a shot to bring him down early, you just can't miss, Mike. Not against a runner like this. If he slips that 1st tackle, you can see how much more he can add to a run.
On the ground, this is Shipley. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. The last run going to put him up over 100 yards for this one. 2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. Greg and I return to Denver after this. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Give him 14 on that one. Good for an Eagles 1st down. They'll run with Shipley. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. To throw, Hurts. To the left side, it's caught by Brown. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. To throw is Hurts. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
They'll try to run this one in. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They'll run. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Will Shipley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. What a start to the year. His second touchdown in this opening half.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end in the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
Johnson now to return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Set up.
Working out of the gun. It's Nix. This one complete. It's pulled in by Claypool.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. He's going to uncork one. Looking for Wicks. And he will be out of bounds. No time left on the clock. And that is the final action here in this first half. And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the third quarter. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Broncos offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10.
Let's go. Check. Alert.
They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run. All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant. And once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
And that is incomplete.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum. Figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle. And they just cannot get anything going through the air.
Makes the score Eagles 17, Broncos 3.
The Eagles offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's Shipley. And he'll take this down right to the edge of the red zone. 21. John Franklin Myers there on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing is Hurts. He'll try to set up the screen here with Shipley. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And the Eagles are going to have first and goal coming up. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Don't touch that. Oh, it's Silver, ready? Don't touch.
Hurts going to hand this one to Shipley. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Now here's 2nd and goal.
Don't touch that. Don't touch.
They'll go with him again. And he'll get 3 yards here, down to the 2-yard line. They're trying to work quickly here and put the pressure on the defense. On 3rd and goal, they'll run for it. And he's into the end zone yet again. Will Shipley. Touchdown, Eagles. What a start to the season. It's a 3-touchdown week number 1. Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles extend to a 24-3 lead.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Johnson now to return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Javonte Williams heading out with the Broncos for their next drive. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
When it starts bad, it has a funny way of ending up getting worse, and I don't think that could be any more true than it is right now. They're already down by multiple possessions, and after that start to this drive with the sack, they find themselves once again in a massive hole.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment defense.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. He'll get that complete to Dontavian Wicks.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
It is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Nix. Here's a screen set up to Williams. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
That's good for a Denver Broncos.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
This is a great example of the game within the game. They're making what they call Mike declaration, and that's what sets the responsibilities of all the protectors. And in this case, the Mike was the one who came, and he's unblocked, and he's able to get home.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Let's go now.
To throw is Nix. The catch is made by Claypool. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion. For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Dotson will bring it back. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Eagles offense and their running back set to go once more. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Off the play fake, Hurts There's the tight end, Grant Calcaterra. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
And he'll bring this up to the 48-yard line, and that's a first down.
His 48-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
Another carry here for Shipley. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this third quarter. We are... They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. On play action, Hurts. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the Eagles first down. They find a way to convert on 4th down. $10 yards.
I know it's 4th and short, Mike, but at this distance, you actually have to clear a lane out. You can't just fall forward or push the pile. So that conversion, it's as much of a credit to the blocking as it is to the running back seeing the hole and hitting it.
On 1st down, it's Hurts. Open man, Devontae Smith. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard. He sets up 3rd down. They'll give it here to Shipley. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the first down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
Once again, they'll give it to Shipley. Still keeping the legs moving, somehow managing to turn that into a gain. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Hurts. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. They get 12 yards on that pass. First down, Philadelphia.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Here's a run. And he will score again. Will Shipley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Johnson now to return. Ho-ho! Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. The Broncos offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and to also give some credit to the back end, doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Here we go.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
He connects with Mims.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
2nd down, Nix. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. A gain there of 27 yards. On 1st down, here's Nix to throw. He'll find his tight end, Josh Oliver.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Now Nix going to look to throw. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Denver. Not going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's up and good. Broncos are able to cut into the deficit. Down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here trying to get an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
The Eagles offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Hurts. Open man is Smith. He's got him. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Here's Hurts. Firing right side. Brought in by Brown. Takes it down to the 15-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have...
And he will score. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Eagles. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Johnson now to return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Broncos offense ready to get back at it. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Throwing, Nix. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Here's Nix to throw. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. They'll throw. It's Nix. This one complete. It's pulled in by Claypool. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3.
Here we go, shot.
Back to throw is Nix. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stomped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down.
Let's go.
Throwing is Nix. He's got it at about the 8. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. The extra point is good. And the Broncos are able to edge a bit closer. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And they have done all you could ask for, closing in on a road victory to start the campaign as they try to finish things off here in quarter number 4. On the handoff, it's Shipley. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. A carry here for Shipley. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. And we'll get whistles and a timeout, so they will stop the clock. Closing seconds, game decided, but timeout anyway. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. Not much developing there. Short pickup down to the 47. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go This one's decided. Not sure that they needed to take the timeout, but take it with them. Second down and 8. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So it's a win here for the